informative briefing, I did the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act of 2009. Just a quick introduction. Since 2007, the U.S. financial market has been facing serious problems and was on the verge of collapse. Various companies went bankrupt, many banks were closed, multiple corporations were laying off workers, and houses become less valuable, and college tuitions became less affordable. And the influence of this financial crisis can be seen from everywhere and from many people, especially college students like us. We'll become trying to save more money and be able to handle such uncontrollable situation. And in order to prevent any economic disaster, the Congress was able to come up with a plan called the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act, and was signed into law during February of 2009 by the President Obama. So what is the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act? It was a government response to the current financial crisis during the 2007, and its goals were to create jobs, promote spendings and investment during the recession. So how does the Act achieve their goals? As you can see, there are a lot of numbers up there, but the three numbers on the left, they represent the key components of how this Act will save jobs and create more opportunities for the American families. The 288 actually represents the amount of billions of dollars that are used for tax cuts and benefits for millions of working families and businesses. And the 224 represents the number of billions of dollars used to increase federal funds for education and healthcare and entitlement programs. And the 275 represents the billions of dollars were made available for federal contracts. So if you add them up, there are actually 787 billions of dollars with 9 zeros behind them. And as of now, in 2010, only about 40% of that money are actually being used. So there are a lot more left. The main elements of the Act can be seen through the opportunities that it offers to the public. And some of the opportunities are contracts and jobs. Through the contract, the government was able to offer thousands of federal contracts of over $25,000 awarded or up for bid. And it will help to create or benefit more businesses through these projects and contracts, so that the economic cycle will gradually get back to its original performance. More importantly, these contracts and projects will create more jobs for tens of thousands of people, which will reduce more unemployment rate. As you can see from the chart, in the 13-month before the Act was signed into law, there are about 3.6 million people who are unemployed, and the law projects that it will have 2.2 more million jobs than the House GOP plan. And as of now, according to recovery.gov, there are about 1.7 million jobs are saved because of this Act. Also, another part of the opportunities that they have offered to the public are the grants and loans. And government and education organizations, for-profit and non-profit organizations, small businesses, and individuals are the people who are eligible for these grants and loans. And their purposes are to assist farmers and rural businesses and pay the educations, provide disaster reliefs, and provide insurance mortgages. On this chart over here, it gives a detailed breakdown of how the money is used of that $787 billion. And you can see on the blue up there, it was about 18% are used for healthcare, about 15% are used for tax credits, and about 11% are used for education. So for education, there are 3 ways that the American Recovery Act was going to help to relieve the college students and help college to perform better. The first way was to give direct funding, where $40 billion were state stabilization funds to help avert education cuts, and $13 billion were used for school improvement programs. And the second way was to make college become more affordable. And for that, the Act was able to provide $17 billion to close the shortfall in the Pell Grant programs and boost grant amounts by $500 to over $5,000. And in addition, there are school modernizations where there are about $24 billion provided in bonds for renovation and repairs. So in conclusion, the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act of 2009 was able to help the economy get back to its shape and provide relief for families around the nation. And so from my informative briefing, I hope all of you are better informed about the economy and become knowledgeable about how you can benefit from this